I'm recording this also to my this thing, and there will be lot many questions you can say towards the end, and I'll be happy if you can ask me questions. So let me go and share my screen.
Yeah, please, anyone start. Yeah.
That means I'm just trying to share my screen. Yeah. So as I'm sharing my screen, this is for mid-career professionals who are actually stuck. They are not able to get timely promotion, and why they are stuck is due to a lot of reasons. Let us see what all they are facing. They are facing, and if you see promotion, are you able to see my screen? By any chance, there is Smita or Pinky? Anybody able to see my screen?
Yeah, we can see you, we can hear you.
So my screen, I'm sharing my PPT. So are you able to see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is for the mid-career professionals who are facing the promotion issue, who are not able to face to get promotion, timely promotion. So when what happens when the promotion is eluding to the this thing sideline for promotion, that is another frustration for the mid-career professionals, not recognized. That is another issue that they face. So how are you reacting? The next thing is how is the reaction from your side? Blaming the organization. Do you know what to do next? Or are you doing something? So if you are doing something, then please list out it, whatever the activities you are taking to ensure your timely promotion. You are doing something to ensure your promotion. So if one of the issue is your conflict with the boss. Are you doing something to earn the goodwill of the boss? But when I ask this, many reactions I get. People say that you are asking us to please the boss or what? चमचागिरी करने को बोल रहे हो क्या? The Mali reactions are of arrogance also, because I am targeting the mid-career professionals. They actually are head of the department. Sometimes somebody said, I am already the head of the department. What can you teach? The next is indifference. Somebody also told me that I don't need tips and tricks for promotion, but they are all looking for next level promotion. And then I saw a uh, research, like say I saw a poll about what is the attribute required to gain respect from team members. Team members includes your colleagues, your peers, your seniors, and your juniors. So all of them have given this opinion about add value to others. People like be a good listener, be respectful, be empathetic, and anything that you are seeing on the screen all defines about attitude. Nobody says anything about having like big skill or you being a very efficient performer, manager, anything. Nobody is saying that. Each of us is trying to reach the next level. Even if we have reached the head of the department position or something, we still need the next level. So What are you doing differently? How to win over youngster, your juniors? How to leverage the right minds at work? Maybe those are the people who are taking the limelight. What would you do to remain proactive? How to bring the trust of the seniors management to your side? So these are the things that actually stops promotion directly or indirectly. So here is my trick. My vehicle will be unbeatable USP. USP everybody knows. So how does it work? How has it worked over my clients? So let me share some of the case studies, how it has worked for some of my clients. Some case studies I'll show. So everybody knows what are the criteria for next level promotion. Exceptional deliverance of responsibilities, yes. Excellent team person should be. Then displays enormous promise to be the next level responsibilities. If you can't take the next level responsibility, how can you be promoted? So these are the main three indicators. So if there are many people in the field to be promoted, how then you differentiate yourself? How would you stand out? You do something nobody else can do. That should be the criteria. Beyond your experience and qualification, everybody has the same experience and maybe better qualification. But despite your experience and qualification, what is the thing that you can do? What is that? And guess the unbeatable USP identified by some of my students. So here is case number 1. He is head of the department, as I told you just now, has solution for every problem, but he is ignored when he talks about systems. So when we discuss a little more about his problems, so he is the HOD, so this is how we outline his capabilities. He is resourceful, he is knowledgeable, he loves sharing, and he loves to go strategic next level. So what has been his USP? It is knowledge base. So he is always trying to give everybody knowledge. But how to give that knowledge and what is his strength is this knowledge. How everybody can learn. So this is where his strength is and he will excel in this. He always gets promises from his seniors, offers about teaching somebody, teaching the team members and this. And he has to focus on this rather than going on telling this solution, that solution to everybody. This is the systematic way he has to go. So this is what we have identified for him. The second case is this person is a technical expert, he writes well, he is an excellent trader. And we found out that he is tech savvy, obviously. He is good at logical analysis. He advocates efficiency. He loves automation. And he patronizes capability. These are the things which are not apparent to other people, but these are the outlined capabilities that he has. And we found out his strength as streamlining. So if he focuses on streamlining things, systems, then automatically he will be more powerful in the entire setup. Everybody will listen to him. Who doesn't listen when he tells or offers his services for streamlining things which might be hazarded at the moment? Case number 3. This is a lady. She is an event manager. She is from journalism background. She handles stakeholder relations very well. So we found out that she loves events. She is from journalism background. She enjoys rapport building. She is very good at communication. She establishes distinction for the organization. Right now, that is the responsibility she is having. Now, her strength is voice command. She also was telling that she has been sidelined for promotion. You will be wondering, with so many capabilities, how can somebody be ignored? But that is the case unless you know your unbeatable USP. This is where she is excelling right. Case number 4. This person is very good at personal relationships, which everybody knows. He does fund arrangement very well, and he arranges a national platform for speakers. This three everybody knows. Now, let us find out what all he does the best. He is very good at fundraising. He is very good at strategic positioning for himself as well as the other person. People who want to be public speakers, he is a good person to position them. He is good at rapport building again. He always think about win-win solutions for himself and the other person. And he thinks all the time about mutual benefit. These are the strengths he has. And he is unbeatable USP. So if he is put with a profile where a lot of partnership, collaboration, and synergy is required, he will excel in that. So this is where we need to focus on. Case number 5, he is a general manager. He is from automotive industries and he is an emotional quotient expert. He actually advises the sales people when the sales is happening or not happening. So let us see how we found out he's unbeatable USP. So he is good at continuous upgrading. He is good at strategic positioning. He is good at sales. He is resourceful. He is a cross-functional professional, and his unbeatable USP is transcendence expert. He actually helps people to go beyond themselves right now, overcome their personal struggles or weaknesses, and go beyond them to succeed. Case number 6 is a senior sales manager, experience in Middle East and African countries, efficient in last mile delivery. So, we found out that he is good at sales, he is good at network, he is good at distribution. That is actually his actual profile. He is good removing the territories because he has traveled well, he has good exposure, and he is good at systems. So he is this thing is network maximization, because the distribution network that he has created can be utilized for not just one product, but not multiple products, and he can actually become a strategic person for everybody who is a supplier. So he can collate all the demands and put the suppliers into touch with this network. This network is his strength. So how did it occur to me? A bit about myself. Can I say a little bit about myself? Sangeeta and Pinky. So yes, I'm a mathematics postgraduate. Thank you, Pinky. And diploma in computer application, diploma in office management. So my career profile is, I started my career as teaching engineering mathematics to engineering students. I have been a corporate trainer, social research and data management I did. After that, I have been a scriptwriter as well. I facilitated 3-wheelers to agri-based startups, gender-based institutions in watershed. That is what I had been. Then I taught basic health to women in village and panchayat level cooperatives. I worked with water conflicts around rivers in Odisha and did the district planning also. Then I did the social performance management and national e-governance in CSP. Then subsistence to sustainability using livelihood finance. I have been head of HR, and then right now I'm working with this organization. Wherever I'm working, it's an RBI recognized organization, and I work with policy and partnership. So my achievements are the reason why it offered to me that this might be with so many diverse kind of experience. How do you then give me the credibility of doing just one thing? So many of us, it really spread over different experience, divergent experience, but we can integrate them. And doing all that, I have trained 20,000 people so far, impacted 1 crore lives in 16 states. I worked in 16 states directly or indirectly. And CSC in Meghalaya is I worked with because that time nobody was, no outsider was welcome in Meghalaya. It was in, way back in 2008, 2009. And in Bandhavgarh and Madhya Pradesh, I trained 500 illiterate babies who won state and national level awards. And they became the members of the state governing board as well. Being illiterate, it doesn't matter whether they are illiterate or not. And they also won one award from the then Chief Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. It was in 2013. And my present role involves stakeholder management, trend analysis, proposal writing, partnerships across the globe with like-minded organizations. I love creating vision documents, and this is about my own unbeatable USP I'm discussing so that you can know how I did arrive at that. I love crafting with vision documents. I design progress records, create fast drafts. So here is the underlying thing why I do so many things and how I have been able to do. So I love dreams. I love to have big dreams. I have a lot of divergent experiences I just told you. And I love that magic happens in everybody's life. If you keep doing something, then magic automatically happens. I'm a big optimist, die-hard optimist. And of course, am resourceful because I could do things without having any direct resources. And I have high hopes, as I told you. So, my unbeatable USP is visionary thinking. What does it mean? It means when there is an innovation required in the organization, so many organizations I work, people reach out to me. That is what I do the best. I do not care whether there is possibility or not. I just start off. That has been my USP. And I have offered that service to wherever I work to the best of their capability because every organization right now is undergoing a change and they require innovation, lot of innovations in work. Like Devasmita has started working, started integrating hypnosis and the people who are seeking their career, they are starting out. No, that is the change, that is the innovation. And that is where I come. So the idea of unbeatable USP, what is unbeatable USP now? USP everybody knows. What is unbeatable USP? As you know, it is unique selling proposition and UVP, unique value proposition, which is about what your customers want, what your competitors do well, what you do well, and the intersection of all this. And then unique transformational proposition. How you transform your organization or the people around you in different ways, in technology, knowledge, learning, all these three together create unbeatable USP. So you have some expertise, you create value for your organization to do well, and then thereby transform your organization to the next level. These three are unbeatable USP. So what is in for you? You will master three things. You will say so many things. What should we learn? Three things if you learn, then everything else fall in line. One is building network, which we, the coaches, already do. Mid-career professionals, because they are transitioning to the next level, strategic level, they need to be in building network. Because that is where they will work. Leadership and implementation, wherever they are going wrong right now. And because of which there is no promotion right now, they will correct it. Those are not big things. Those are simple things. Like the head of the department with so much of knowledge, he is just investing his energy in whirling with the boss. If he gets over that and somehow there is just a little energy required to change that mindset. Of course, it requires a happy because you have to, from within, you have to let go of all those conflicts that you are having. So that correction, course correction one needs to do. And one should be very good at storytelling. Storytelling is what? It is about whatever you are doing. you have to, we have to communicate with people, right? You have to tell why you did what you did and how it is going to benefit them. This is all about storytelling. So we will learn the Excel, the PowerPoint presentation, what, who is the target audience, and according to the target audience, these two analysis and presentation reports. So we learn these three things out. These are the three things one will be learning. Now, why should we consider this? It differentiates. Profile may seem ordinary, common, but difference lies in your thoughts, experiences, the books you have read, the people in your life. It creates resilience because you love. You are engaging in something which you love, your own passion. And your purpose seems aligned with the end goal, you remain inspired. It enhances credibility because all the time, 24/7, you are into it if you are expecting and you are driven. It creates credibility, trustworthiness because you are on the job all the time. And it brings prominence, obviously, because you are there working on this day in and day out. It creates prominence for you. And this framework looks like this. We create joyful excellence on one hand, wherein we let go of these conflicts, inner conflicts, and we create our stellar presence. There is a iconic formula that we adopt, and we also create transformational experience. What is the next level? And we create that solution. This is the framework. And it will be very different for different personalities, but it doesn't matter. The process is all the same. The journey will be like this. One becomes from protagonist to the game changer. There is a 10-step journey. In each stage, you become somebody else. So let us see what you become. The first stage is you start with a protagonist. What you learn is your competency stories. Everybody with 5 experience area and 3 strengths and 3 aptitude or 3 skill, the qualification will have at least 400 stories, competency stories. How many do you know that stories in your field? And if you know your competency, you have created transformation already, each of us. So if you know all that, will you stop at anything? You will go and tell your story and use that story, that success, to transform somebody else's life. The second is you become a thought magician to know your purpose. You discover your unbeatable USP at this stage. Choose who you want to be and be at the best. Third is you become a storyteller, wherein we deal with the communication skills. You learn the presentation skill according to your style, the skill, and whatever strategy you have adopted to go to the next level. Fourth is you become a strategic planner. Herein you solve your problems, whatever problems you have. If you have problems related to data, because that is the easiest way in whatever you are doing to collect some data, and I can teach you how to have some data to show to anybody and everybody to impress, right? So that strength will go into your resume. You will do SWOT analysis, ABC planning, because ABC planning is what? It is like say plan A, plan B, plan C. Many people say we will have our own plan. But if you have your team, a team of say 10 people, all of them are coming from different backgrounds and they will also have their plans. So you list out all those plans, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, whatever, and keep documenting them because you will never know when a certain situation arises and you will need one of those plans. And if it feels your teammates to be included, they think that you have responded to them. So in one stroke, you are killing 2 birds. The next is voice. This is about mindfulness. Because as I discussed so far, it is about our own mindset, right? Which is why we create a lot of trouble for ourselves. So what we learn here is pause before we respond. So always, whatever happens, just take it 2-3 seconds to pause. Pinky will be teaching that to us. to be in a meditative state. That will learn. And we call you as signing signatory at this level. Next is closing captain. This is about power bonding. So how you build your teams. There are two things in teams, which is one is conflict, the second one is ambiguity. Very, very dangerous factors. But be outstanding and deal all those if you are going very systematic about knowing what is causing in conflict, what is causing this ambiguity, and then it becomes easier to resolve. The moment you know why, you can solve anything. The next is productivity. Everybody knows how to achieve the goal. So what we do is we put in sequence. I'll give one example of the kitchen. Suppose you have to cook your lunch. How do you do? You put rice, dal in two burners, and the third burner. If you don't have a third burner, then in between you can do roti. Roti ka atta gun diva. So then that becomes in between you are doing that. Once atta guna is done and your rice and dal is not yet done, then you can go and clean something else or cut your vegetables. That way, within an hour, you can cook your meal. So what is this? This is about sequencing your tasks. How you do that? If you follow this gate strategy, which task to post after what? That way you will achieve more. And it is not about overworking. एक किया फिर दूसरा करो फिर तीसरा करो, not like that. Multitasking की बात ही नहीं हुई. This is about sequence. The next is crusader. Develop a tracker to your performance. Performance is not a performance till you develop a tracker. आप रोज ऑफिस जाते हो करते हो आ जाते हो घर. Nobody knows what you are doing. You are not telling anybody what to do. If you are impacting company, if you are helping the next level thing, also if you are not telling that or you are not tracking that, you will not know where else to contribute. That makes you stuck. The moment you feel stuck, you are going nowhere. You will feel like dumb, even if you are working. Because people would love you to be intelligently advising them what next you can support. Right? So this is a very, very good area. You have to start with your performance tracking. The others will see how much you are contributing. And that also helps you in being time efficient also. Next is priority. How to choose which priority to take up. This is a big problem. This is where what I have done is I'll show. Maybe I can show right now. Anyways, I have declared a tracker. You can go to your key level areas because everybody is given a profile. Job profile is there. There are 5 areas where you are expected to contribute. Those 5 areas, those headlines you can take. And you have to assign say 20% so as to make it 100%. Suppose every month you are tracking because you are tracking your performance and some areas you have neglected in the last 2-3 months. You can see from the tracking, and if you can make a graph, you can see that you are neglecting all those areas. Then you will put those areas as priority because there has to be balance in your profile. Otherwise, your job will not be complete. So if you can show this to your senior management that you have contributed so much, even though those are not completely done, work in progress, then also you will know and your senior management knows where the things are stuck. Do you need more hands to complete your task? How do you tell? Unless you have the tracker and unless you know how to prioritize. People will appreciate your efforts. People will appreciate. That appreciation is required, right? The next is the ultimate, the game changer. Build long-term significance. Suppose you already are the material where you will surely be promoted. Then what? Have you got the next stuff next level goal for you. That is what legacy is. Because unless you transition to the next level, then you are stuck. That is for one. Unless you transition to the next level, you are not creating a legacy. That is number two. And you are not creating significance for yourself. Promotion to media. But how do people remember you? That is what significance is. And that is where I talk about sector agnostic profile. Wherein आप इस सेक्टर से हो कि उस सेक्टर से हो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, you will be still an expert because you are doing the things very systematically. Subject सीखना बहुत difficult नहीं है, but how to manage people is a very difficult thing and all time high. किसी को आता है तो he will be in demand in the market. So and you become a unicorn. That is what I have positioned you as. And the stages behind this journey will be in stage one. Stages behind the journey, and what is going well. First, so identify that कि आपके लिए अच्छा क्या चल रहा है. So for me, it was digital learning. अभी after COVID, I chose digital learning because you have to learn a new skill, right? So digital learning is what where I found my voice. So he is my first mentor who said after I got the Freedom Finisher Award that I can see that you becoming an educator and Pro Club member awards in your hand. So that was a great conviction that he has. He still is my mentor. Everybody knows him, he says, and this is my interview with him after becoming the Freedom Finisher. They are singer, everybody knows. He actually in one of the sessions, he taught me courage. Are you teaching courage? He asked me. Leaders need courage. So courage is such a big thing, and he actually made a slide out of it. So I'm so proud of my learning with such big mentors. And the main thing is this Gurukul tradition. We are learning from mentors and their mentors and their mentors, and we'll be teaching subsequently to students and their students. Are we having, as mid-career professional, the same system in our head? Are we thinking about teaching people? Most of the mid-career professionals falter here. Whatever they are learning, they are not teaching to anybody. Are you one of them? So these are of course my mentors already. So that is going well for me. What is going well for you as mid-career professional? Please list out all your blessings. The second is the value system. So my mentor has goal as one of his values. Second is the purpose. Third is the freedom. Fourth is family. And I have added dignity from my side because my story, I'll come back to my story a little later. Dignity is the right. Not to get insulted anyone, no matter what. And the next is joy. And I came across this funnel and I saw joy has the highest frequency which I can attain and anybody can attain immediately without any qualification, without any position, without any money. You can be joyful instantly. No money required. So, and at that level, when your frequency is high up, actually what happens, your wishes start coming true. So that was my value. So what are your values? The third is what are non-negotiable, which is strict no for you. For me, my values has been all those values. I call them as guidance because 6 values I have added. Let us not discuss, go deep into that. You can list out the 6 values and out of those 3 values can be very important for you. For me, it is dignity, joy, and learning. And the code of honor you need to have, which are non-negotiables. At any point of time, you cannot go beyond that. Stage 4 is achievements. what achievements you have. So these are this is this is a compliment from my biggest mentor in the industry, who is known as the father of microfinance industry. He said that wherever we put you, you can find a solution. So the day I received this, I felt like I won Nobel Prize or something. So what are your achievements? Which makes you, when you see those, you feel like say elevated and inspired. Everybody has, for your kind of information, everybody has those kind of achievements. 1, 2, 3, 100. But do you remember those all the time? What drives you? What are your current status? How would you handle multiple reporting officers without creating conflict or ambiguity? Just answer these questions so you will know what is the current status. How to change the negative perception of the boss? What if he doesn't change his negative performance? What do you do to prevent your 9 to 5 job from becoming 9 to 9 job? Are you doing something? What do you do with yourself to become important to others? What will you do when the boss and the super boss have given you conflicting directions? What do you do when criticized for something which you think to be an innovation? So, all these questions will take you to your current status, and most likely if you're stuck, then you will be, industry data says that when you are stuck, you are actually acting. You will be thinking that you are still working, but you will be working at 20% productivity level. And the more senior you are, especially at mid-career level, you will get an alternative fairly very late. In 3 to 5 months it takes. For fresher, it is instant, 2 to 4 weeks, 3 to 6 months. The more senior you become, the more time it takes to attract an opportunity. So if you are stuck and you are operating at 20% productivity level for 3 years to 5 years, what happens to your potential? Right? So you are sabotaging yourself there. And when I did a market research of this, I saw that real workplace issues are very less. For these mid-career professionals towards the right, if you see in the screen, those are the personal development issues, mindset issues, all those issues, rather than your problematic area issues and workplace. This, along with the first slide that we saw about attitude, if you take those two, it is the attitude that affects a professional in more. And what area, how you become, people will perceive you as indifferent. You have also become indifferent when you are stuck. You are not as Second is communication, you will not be communicating with anybody. The third is non-enthusiasm. कभी किसी बात पे यार क्या करना है वही हो. Then insights, you are not giving insights, you are not creating insights for you also. Because if there is no enthusiasm, you are not creating any enthusiasm for yourself, you are not getting any insight. Non-innovative. Insights नहीं है तो innovation कहाँ से आएगा? No vision. हाँ यही होता है, यही चलता रहेगा. You don't even think about your big dream. Consistency obviously नहीं है. Fail to lead. ऐसे रहोगे तो क्या लीड करोगे? Fail in seeking help. किसी का हेल्प नहीं लेना है, अपने फिक्स में रहना है, जो होता है होने दो. And fail to engage with colleagues. बॉस को कैसे इन्वॉल्व करना है पता नहीं है, कलीग्स में ट्रस्ट ही नहीं है, जूनियर की तो बात ही छोड़ दो. So now, what kind of leader that you become? If you are not proving yourself to be a leader, promotion किधर से मिलेगा? Stage 6 is 4. Let us see. This is the graph from the study by CEO of LinkedIn. He says, no reason to feel stuck. अभी हो गया ना इतना, आप अभी स्टक भी हो, आपका माइंडसेट बहुत नेगेटिव भी है, still there is hope. because learning is never linear. आप शायद ये नीचे वाला ग्राफ को देखो. We learn, we falter, we fail, we go backward. फिर थोड़ा सा आगे बढ़ते हैं, we go forward. फिर again another loop, and with many of these loop, एक time आता है जब our all the failures will come consolidated हो जाता है, and then we are only upward learning from very steep हो जाता है. फिर सक्सेस से हमको कोई रोक ही नहीं सकता है. So that is the hope. Do you know this? Give yourself a hope, because nothing gets over at any point of time in life. 7 is purpose. This is my father, role model. He told me 2 things. And he said, there are very few people in this world who actually allow others to be king. They will take the secretary role, but if you want to be that person who helps people to become king, then he will be unique always. What a profound thing that he said. And the second thing he says, he gave me an example of a football game. He told me कि football game में goal जो score करता है, everybody knows that goal scorer, but nobody remembers that person who has passed the ball to that person in time to have that goal scored. उसको कोई नहीं याद करता जिसने पास दिया था उसको. But if that person was not there, that goal wouldn't have been scored. Kuch don't care if nobody recognizes you, but be sure of your role. Be that catalyst, and you will never be a loner. Winning game कभी lonesome नहीं हो सकता है. You have to play in a team and be that catalyst always. People should recognize you to be that. And this is my family, extended family. With my 2 daughters at the top left, and others are somehow have come to my life, and whoever has come to my life, I know they are part of my family. So, how do you define your why and your family, your cause, your existence to be doing more, to become different? Still, it is difference. So, we'll be identifying strength, identifying strength. Each of us has a lot of strength. And what are those strengths? You might be working in several areas. These are the tests you can take at that time. Then, whatever your strengths are, those has to be in the resume describing how you have utilized your strength to do that particular thing, to achieve that particular milestone. This is very important. It is not about describing what job you did, what position you held. It is very important to describe your outcome, being in that job that time. Stage 9 is resilience. Herein, we will be building those competency stories. We will be building the person ideas, legacy, what legacy you want to leave. Then this is the board maker I have done for myself, very simple stages. So March 28 is when I will be visiting 150 countries. So that is what. And you can see the numbers that I have said. This universe will not do what the method that I have given you. It will do it on its own way. But this is what we need to see for ourselves. What numbers, right? So this bold tracker and consolidation. All of us have different areas of experience that has to be consolidated. You start small. I'll tell a story. When I was very young, my class teacher told the entire class to write just copy from the book, and I started copying. And I saw all my friends, they were writing one sentence and then cutting it down, then starting another page and writing down. I kept continuing, although my handwriting was not that good and I was not writing very well. But after I completed that one pager without any distraction, it looked good. If you can organize your work in such a manner without bothering about how it will appear, you have to have your best intention and possibility. It will definitely create a miracle. And that has been my experience. I am telling from experience. So I will never forget. I was very young, but that was the lesson from that time. My teacher actually appreciated me for writing it down and writing it beautiful and being consistent without getting distracted, even if the people around me were in several things, trying it over and over, erasing, cutting down, and all those things. It's a big lesson. Can you see the lesson? Stage 10 is influence, wherein we will deal with dilemma, process versus results. It is like a India Pakistan game. कभी पाकिस्तान जीतता है, कभी इंडिया जीतता है, कभी श्रीलंका जीतता है, ये सब होता है, but it doesn't mean कि any team is less than the other. तो आप कभी हारते हो ना, it doesn't matter, it doesn't make you less. So कैसे करना है उसको? That will be the next stage. Delegate appropriate, because we all need to delegate to our second rank appropriate work. ऐसा उनको नहीं करना चाहिए कि अपना जो काम नहीं कर पाती है उसको दे देना. No, they should be learning to the next level. कैसे उनको next level जाना? You need to train. कैसे train करोगे? If you make them work, if you assign them your work, whatever you are doing at this stage, till the next level, they will come and take your stage. So how to delegate appropriate? Then communication, of course, is very, very important. And how that communication has 4 segments: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So how do we do this? The more we write, the more we present, the more effective we become. For that, we need to read more and listen more. Productivity, it creates credibility. As I told, we'll learn about this great strategy, accountability, consistency. Priority, I told you that will be in this level. Power bonding is here. Some sample discussion classes are here. That also we will create if you want. Stage 11 is about prominence. It is about mindfulness. And when you are observant, you are not investing your energy in something negative. Observing yourself, be in a state of position of positivity, your mind power gets enhanced. So that's how your soul gets surged up. That is next level, and the let us not go here. And the next support that you will get is how to become sector agnostic. As I told you, after you achieve your promotion, what next? What next? What next? Always you have to do this strength analysis, resume remodeling, approach letters. You need to write letters, because I have seen many people afraid of writing letters to anybody they don't know. So you have to be very effective in writing letters to people you don't yet know. And climbing the success ladder, the story of Washington, this will be about what solution, who it is for, why this roadmap, how it can be done. What is that one thing you want to have in life? You have to outline that. And we can do a mission statement, also a goal statement, and a projection statement. Mission statement is what? My mission statement is like having a world with global economy, cooling and green. Such a big statement, mission statement. How I'll do with training this mid-career professionals, I some key responsibility है global economy, cooling and green. एक बंदे से थोड़ी हो. So everybody needs to learn that wherever they are, to contribute towards that goal. So in my way, I will be teaching them आप अगर डॉक्टर हो तो आप अपना वे में देखो हाउ यू विल मेक दिस वर्ल्ड ए काम कूल एंड ग्रीन प्लेस and for that is it's a huge dream. My goal statement will be something smaller what I can reach in next 90 days or next 1 year and a projection sheet. The dream tracker आपको दिखाया 150 countries वाला that is a projection sheet. And sheet also सिखाता है there is a projection sheet also wherein he says his per second price is 5 rupees. आपको कोई नहीं रोकता उसको 10 rupees करने में. Can you not do it? अब क्या जाता? That is a projection state which actually creates miracles. कितना 2008-10 में I had put some projection here, and I was surprised in 2011-12 में. According to that projection, only things have happened. My salary has increased to that level, and I didn't do anything about it except that projection. So that is a miracle. आप सभी को कर. While they do, कोई मना नहीं करता. This is a very good tool to think beyond whatever is possible right now. कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि whatever you are will do the same thing. But if your version becomes the version 2 or 15, you can do that. And how can you say you cannot do? You don't have any reason to fail. The next is goal setting, smart goals. Already we have discussed. You become a role model for yourself. 10x version पे जाना. So you have to prove that to yourself. Then only people will do. Being a mid-career professional, you have to do that. Constructive criticism लेना है. फालतू की बात नहीं सुन. What will you do with the फालतू की बात? So take the but I'll tell you one thing. Suppose somebody is always criticizing you. वो जो 100% से 1% भी सच है क्या? Do you know that 1% if सच है ना? That is where your responsibility comes to do something about it. No worry about anything. But anybody criticizes you for something, you have to understand that properly and take the positive out of that. Collaborate, of course, and this is the plan ABC I was talking about. Your team has, suppose you have 6-7 members, somebody comes from crisis, somebody from panic background, somebody has created a mistake in the past, somebody has dealt with this, somebody is dealt with some problem, somebody has failed, somebody has something very wrong. ये सबका planning process will be very different, and everybody for the same problem they will have different solutions. That is what ABC planning is. Don't discount that because कब आपके लाइफ में वो crisis आ सकता है, you don't know. So value that person with a past crisis, right? So think critical. कि अभी कौन सा लेना है, आपका ही लेना है, वो जरूरी नहीं. Depending on the situation, what situation you are in, you have to take that. Maybe you may amalgam all these ideas and take something a mixture, right? But these are all useful. Growth mindset करना है, new ideas लेना है, navigating workplace issues, very critical for any mid-career professional. All those issues where you have to navigate. Issues तो आते रहेंगे. एक बार एक solution कर लिया तो next will come. You cannot avoid this. Human beings है ना, issues कब खत्म होंगे? Make strategic moves. What you do, right? And manage ambiguity. It happens at the senior level the most. The senior level people, they will say different things. How you interpret will be a separate thing. Then you have to discuss. If you are not communicating, it will be a huge problem for you. Right? Conversation, get together. Tell one story. एक बंदे का अपने बॉस के साथ झगड़ा हो गया किसी बात पे. Then after he was thinking, and then one day he resigned. 10 years, कोई किसी को पता नहीं. One day they met at the bus stand or some train or somewhere after 10 years, And the boss was saying, "Arey bhai, तुमको चला गया यार. It was very good, na? In our time, he was saying. After some time, this person realized that the boss doesn't remember what had happened that time. So he says, आप ही के लिए मैं छोड़ के गया था. The boss, the so-called boss was surprised. क्यों? ऐसा मैंने क्या कर दिया? So he said कि ये क्या था that description में? यार तो उसी टाइम मुझे बोल देता ना, मैं सॉरी बोल देता यार. See, because that conversation didn't happen at that time, wastage of 10 years of time. He missed the workplace that he worked on. It was good on, ये बॉस के साथ कुछ झगड़ा हो गया. किसके साथ नहीं झगड़ा हो गया? सॉरी तो बोलो, कन्वर्सेशन को शुरू करो. चाय का कप लेके जाओ कि चलो बात करते हैं इस पे. तो आपने जो बोला है, आई डिडंट नो. बोल नहीं सकते? बोलो. बहुत सारे लोगों को बोलना नहीं आता है. Then value in teammates. Of course, whatever you learn, you have to teach. Not everything. Not, I'm not saying कि कुछ भी सीखा उनको बता दिया, but if they are getting value from you, if you are a person who has lot of intelligence, lot of insights, then of course the teammates get value and allow them to take that value. Help the team build better products. Process. Presentation templates आपको बना के रखना चाहिए. अदरवाइज अभी हमारे ऑफिस में हुआ था, एक ऑल्टरिक्स करके पैकेज है, साल का 10 लाख पड़ता है. 365 वर्ड का आपको पता होगा, that takes only 10,000 or 20,000. So presentation templates ही चाहिए. So don't go for ऑल्टरिक्स that compilation of data and all. If you don't have huge volume of data, so you have to know. Presentation template ordinary PPT में बहुत सारा काम हो सकता है, which you don't have to go for the costly वाला thing. हमारे ऑफिस में तो लेते ही नहीं. बोल के ये मतलब पल्ला मत भर. Then stress management, you think it happens because of lack of communication most of the time. And knowledge development, this is very essential. कुछ भी सीखा उसको अगर आप implement कर रहे हो and if it is producing great result, then that needs to be documented. नहीं तो when you are gone, the other person comes in, how you will know what was the process? So this is organizational learning. If you are contributing to the organizational learning, HR manual हो गया, कुछ standard process हो गया, anything that you are doing, even your PPTs, those are part of knowledge development thing. You will be surprised to know our organization is a RBI recognized, as I told you. It has started from 1999 and huge things have been done. When I asked for some reference thing, it was missing for my job profile. एक तो job profile मुझे तो दे दिया, but then when I came in, they didn't have anything to show. So I had to start from scratch. जो किया है and from the incidences that they told me, that was there. So now systematically it has been done, right? So I have contributed there. I'm very happy. Thank you. Stage 3 is frameworks. All these things, you will not have any individually not have all those 100 problems. Anybody will have at most 2 or 3 problems, because of which all the problems might be happening. So, any point of time, you will need only 2 to 3 frameworks. But all that I have so far discussed, those will be all are in frameworks, which will be given to you. If you want to learn a digital skill, here are the list of digital skills that I can provide, which are landing page design, Facebook optimization, LinkedIn optimization, देखो सुधा सिखाई है, उसे सिखा है for better visibility and branding. 360 days content creation for your LinkedIn profile, which I do. You can go and see that also. But how you do it is the clue. 50 ad creatives using Canva. How to be done that? Facebook ads करना है. One real idea per day to be posted in Instagram. कैसे करना है? How to schedule and all that. record a video, start a YouTube channel. आपको जो भी आता है, that is how I found my voice. You know, but this is a digital world, right? So whatever learning is happening, it should not be constrained to the branch. आपके ऑफिस का जो लाइब्रेरी है उसका, it has to go and spread in the world also. So for that, you need to start a YouTube channel, no matter whoever you are, whether you are a coach or whether you are a department leader, it doesn't matter. Your learning has to go to the world. Stage 15 is data management in Excel. How do you do that? The entire thing. You sorry, whatever data you are creating, I'll help you create that data and how to manage that data. It is very, very interesting. Let me see if I can show you the Excel sheet that I am working on. So are you able to see the screen? So this is my tracker, performance tracker, right? Are you able to see? Everybody, please come up if you are able to see. So every month I have 5 KRA, as I told you. Those KRAs are seen in different colors, right? So member support, policy advocacy, industry building, events, and knowledge building. These are the 5 areas of work. And over every month, I have created whatever I have done. Every day, I put one. एक दिन काम किया तो one डालती हूँ उसके इसमें. How I have created that data also, please take a look. So ऐसे करके मैंने रखा है. And for graph, I have taken the total of this. See, these are the things I have done. And for each of the area, I have created a separate sheet. This में description है. Whatever I do every day, it is there. So this is I have bulleted. So are you able to come back to the PPT now? So 16 states 15 is prominence, wherein you will know that your uniqueness that solves a problem. Was I growing as a leader? All these questions you need to ask. Salary range, promotion, opportunity, reward. Second is framework to build relevance. That builds dependability and trustworthiness. Was I influencing? What is resourcefulness? Utilizing existing resources optimally. What resources, how, who, and why this choice. All those documentation needs to happen. Then significance with this sector agnostic thing. Resourcefulness has 3 things. You manage yourself, you manage people, and you manage time. These are the 3 things only. You have to manage these 3 things only in your entire life. And how influence happens is overcoming challenges, consistency, what challenges, how process, who your teammates should be, why it is necessary. And stage 17 is monthly auditing your progress. Audit whether you are getting skewed to one part of your work area, that has to be audited, and whether you are doing it right. The influence part is this. First you create uniqueness, then you bring in admiration, then you build credibility, and then you stand out. And the chain reaction is he wins recognition and growth, creates resilience, overcomes struggles, relevance, and propels toward living big. Stage 18 will be partnership and collaboration, as I told you. Was I making sense? The most silent members in the team. So this is how you have to ask self-questioning is the utmost in a mid-senior level professionals. So a bit about me now. I'm a single mother of 2 children, huge responsibility. Professional life got affected because of personal problems. I have been a fast worker. I was producing a lot of results, but nothing was happening. No significant promotion was happening. Then I attended a HR workshop meant for HR professionals because I was the senior person. That is how I was sent to that workshop. And there was no HR policy from my organization. It was a smaller organization that time. And everybody else had HR policy they presented. But I took a day off. I created my HR policy for my organization and presented. That is how people appreciate it. And I knew that even if I don't have any training of HR thing in my career, but I have it in my blood to help people to create human resources of humans. So that is how I got selected to an organization of 5,000 plus employees in 2008. Shift in my thought patterns happened then. I I I was given a lot of options to work on, and I chose the most challenging task. Nobody else was doing. So that was my unbeatable USP. Dream then the designation. That is when my shift happened. It was not promotion anymore. It was my dream. How to solve that challenging task, how to produce result. And then a nudge from the universe to 2017 onwards. This is Professor Mohammad Yunus from Bangladesh who won Nobel Prize. The universe has brought him to my purview. Of course, this organization where I work, they work with all the organizations worldwide. And that is how I got connected to Professor Yunus. That is reaching beyond, right? The defining moment happened when I came to this digital world and my strengths I could find. So, where I was stuck. So find out three things. It is always anger, great, and rebellion. Right? That is why dignity. Why I was angered? Because I thought people should respect me, but I created respectfulness for myself. So what happened is I was craving and complaining a lot. So that is the first indicator you should know whenever you are going to help somebody, whether they are craving and complaining. That is where they are wasting their energy. And I saw craving and complaining, I achieved nothing. I achieved only when my mindset shifted. And how that shifted? Because my thought process shifted. How my process shifted? Because I started knowing my unbeatable USP by chance. Because I was sent to that HR workshop. That is when I knew I can do this. So why to wait for that by chance thing in your life? Just because it is a huge community now. I have joined who is mentor who has 30,000 people in his community, all willing to help each other. कोई stuck रह ही नहीं सकता. So why to wait for that universal nudge? Maybe this universe has nudged you to this community because it wants to help you. So why not take advantage? So I'll give a special offer because of that, and the thought process will never stop. Wherever you are stuck, it will start from there. So that is all I have to have. The whatever you ask, the course, if you are for a mid-career professional, all my problems I have listed down. And I have created the solution for that. I'll give it to you. And thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching and listening to me, Pinky and Sunita. I'm done.